Up and we're gay.
Up, and we're gay. Hi, it's Alpha Podrants, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? And it's trivia night, and we've got a special guest here, Anthony. You just saw him if you were tuned in right away, but Anthony Zenhauser's here, right? Is he here? Wait, is that?
Wait,
Oh,
way
he
to,
is.
way to ruin the show, Luke.
So am I hosting this or no? Can I host?
Please.
Hey
Go
everybody,
ahead.
welcome to the third season of Alpha Podrants, the Star Trek trivia extravaganza. Join us on the SSG Enterprising. What did they call? Are they called SS?
Yep.
Well, that's gay. And let's go and meet
No,
our
that was-
contestants. Above
Mm,
me
that
is
was
a man who
obnoxious.
smells like salami, but don't let that hold you against him. He is
How does he know?
Luke. I am your father. Bind. Everyone, give a big round of applause for Luke. All right, great.
No, he's a loser. He's getting no applause.
The
He's
guy
gonna-
to
he's
the
gonna
side
get
of me,
pummeled.
I have not met, so I don't know
Charles
what his
Whedon.
name is. Well, he's the brother of a very famous person on the Star Trek Generations. You might remember his brother, Will Wheaton. This guy didn't make
At
the
least
cut.
it wasn't a Joss Whedon, Charles.
This guy is allergic to gluten, so we'll call him Charles. I can't eat Wheaton. Charles, how are you? All right, good to know. And pitching up a double decker on the top right quadrant is a man who needs no introduction because nobody gives a fuck. It's Jim. I'm an angry, smoking guy, Grindle.
Woo!
All right. It's nice to
I just
be
like
here,
the fact
guys.
that you like
Thank
to
you
neg
for
him.
Well, no, we'll cut the small chat for the lightning round when I go up to the podiums and I ask you where you're from, and you have all these little talents that you might want to tell me about between questions. But we're here to take a trip where no man has gone before so boldly, and we are here to have a fun time. So everybody, nerds and nerdzettes, get your thinking caps on and set phasers to stun because we're about to get this Star Trek trivia done. So, question number one. This is the big question for because it's question number one.
We're gonna write them down, everybody. Don't
Engage.
forget.
What famous character was named after a pilot that the creator Gene Roddenberry had met during World War II? Is it Picard, Spock, Sulu, or Khan? Again, what famous character was named after a pilot Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, had met during World War II? Was it Sulu, Picard, Spock, or Khan?
I want to say something, but I this one I think I'm getting wrong. Are you ready?
We're ready. Oh
You
wait, I
guys
don't know if
have written
Charles
down
is.
your answers. I mean, this is going to be. Is this something that we go back to, or we're gonna answer them one at a
I'm
time?
gonna just flip them around at once. Phil
All right.
Jacobs says Khan. Jay Santiago says Spock Rumperberry. And Richard Kish says Spock. And what do the contestants say? Huh? You gonna turn it or what? Are you
Ready?
done?
One,
Card?
2, 3, reveal.
I wanted to write Sulu.
You said pork pie. That's close. What did you? I can't read your virgin handwriting. What does that
Fucking-
say? Khan? Is that Khan, Charlie?
Khan. Let's say it's
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
fine.
you can talk. You're allowed to talk, Charles Whedon. You know, this morning I just challenged Stevie Lou to
I
find
think
one fucking
Mike is-
moment in his 7 years. This guy who says Charles
Who's
Whedon's
Stevie Lou?
terrible.
All right.
I told him to find one moment as good as you, and you haven't said a word. Jesus Christ.
It's all right. He's concentrating on the trivia.
I
So,
understand that. He's a professional.
the correct answer,
I win.
if you're ready, is Khan.
It's pork pie.
K-H-A-N Khan.
Fucking
Khan
bullshit.
Noonien
This is fucking
Singh.
bullshit.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the trivia behind
No,
it. Khan
fucking-
Noonien Singh is arguably
like
the
this.
most famous villain in Star Trek history.
I don't wanna
His
hear it.
namesake was named Kim Noonien Singh. That was a
Oh, it's
pilot
not
who
even the
served with
same.
Roddenberry. Shut up! In Second World War. Roddenberry hoped that his old friend would hear the name on the show and the two would be able to reconnect. Good.
You know what? I did hear that somewhere. He was like, I haven't seen him in years. I'm going to put his name in the show. That's right.
I'm
I do
proud of
There
you,
you
remember
go.
that now.
Well, this is along. So we're keeping a score here. So
Yeah.
that's 1 for Luke. That's 1 for Charles Wheaton. And that's a big fat 0 for Big Fat Jim.
Yeah, I still don't agree.
All right. Well, you don't have to agree.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay. It is a fictional show, so there's really nothing to argue about. Which next generation species was meant to be introduced as a replacement for Klingons as a major enemy?
I'm done.
Was it the Cardassians, the Ferengi, the Borg, or the Binars?
It's not the Bind, that very mediocre band that
Again.
Luke is in.
Oh, that's a little dirty pool. Are you going to take that, Charles? For Luke? Cardassians, Ferengi, Borg, or Binar?
Okay.
Again, I'd like to point out I have locked my answer before you even gave those choices.
Is it the Binars or
locked.
the Binars?
No, they are. They're binars. Yeah. They're weird computer.
Sounds like fun to me.
Do you know Luke was
psychological-
once in a bisexual porn that took place in a barn?
Why
That's
does-
not even a
why does
lie.
this have-
That's a
this
fucking
is-
fact. Because he just said like barn. Anyway, Charles Whedon, you're taking too long.
Wrong show. He's looking it up. This is terrible.
I think he is. He's
I'm
on
not
his
looking
tablet.
it up. Who's looking what?
Well, in the meantime,
I'm texting my agent.
Okay, he's in. Chooch
Never-
Chipperson says Ferengi. This
Put
guy
me in
says the D's. This guy says that. I also said Ferengi.
The Ferengi, and then
You spelled it stupid. He should get his
Card-
points
I
taken
did.
away.
Kardashians.
You're right.
Take his point away from the other one because he spelled
Isn't
it
that
wrong.
funny though? It's the Kardashians. It's not. It's the Ferengi, of course, is the correct answer.
I'll be taking my point. Thank you.
The Ferengi were introduced early in the series run of The Next Generation with intention of having them serve as major villains. Unfortunately, audiences thought the species was too goofy, and they sort of became comedy relief characters.
Yeah.
Kind of like certain podcasts that we like. Let's see.
So they became the locals before there was a locale.
Right. Nobody likes Cardassians. All right. Are we ready for question number 3? So hold
I
on.
am
Let me
ready to
see.
win.
That's Luke. So that's 1 for Jim. Now let me do it this way. 1 for 1 and 0. Luke, that was 1 for you, 0 for Charles, and 1 for Jim. All right.
Because Charles is terrible. Cardassians. You should be ashamed of yourself. I already got my next answer locked in.
It's like a homeless person beating up another homeless person. That's what it's like watching this. Which Star Trek actor was shot 6 times on
I got it.
D-Day? Was it Leonard Nimoy, James Doohan,
Locked.
Walter Koenig, or DeForest Kelly? Which Star Trek actor was shot 6 times on D-Day? Leonard Nimoy, James Doohan, DeForest Kelly, or Walter Koenig? Lock in your answers, please.
We'll just wait a few more minutes for Charles,
Locked.
though.
We should do this. We'd be like,
Locked.
I'm locked.
You're such a cheap. No, you don't do that. You gotta hold it up like a man, man.
Oh, I can't. You gotta turn it the other way, Luke.
I'm just looking for reasons. All right, you got it. All right, here we go. Locked.
F
It
you.
was-
So that's 1. That's DeForest Kelly.
Wrong.
Okay. James Doohan for okay. So the correct answer, of course, was James Doohan.
Damn it.
James Scotty
I'm
Doohan
leaving.
was one of the soldiers at Juno Beach on D-Day. He was shot once in the chest, 4 times in the legs, and 6
Damn.
bullets went through the middle of his finger on his right hand. 6.
Ooh.
Oh, the 6th bullet. I'm sorry, the 6th bullet. Not 6 bullets.
God damn.
And he caught 1 in the dick. That's why they call it D-Day. I got shot in my dick.
So it's a tie
But he
game
was-
now, isn't it? It's 2-2-2.
Oh,
Right
is
now
it?
it's 2-2-2. Yes.
But he's
Look at
Scottish, so he didn't really feel it because he was so drunk.
Right.
Cheap
went-
shot, Luke.
He
Cheap
got a shot in his bagpipes. I have another bong hit.
For the
hell yeah.
record, I'm trying to give these guys an advantage. Chooch was wrong because he sucks. Phil was wrong because he sucks. Fuck you, V. Your mother's cheating on your dad. The jerk. Fucking asshole.
I've seen it. See, Chooch Chipperson said shit. Yeah, because he thought DeForest Kelly. You know, you guys have to fucking step up your game a little bit here. All right, because these are the easy questions. It's going to get a lot harder now.
Damn.
All right, are you guys ready for question number 4?
Yep.
Okay, Trek. Trek famously reuses actors in many alien roles. Who was the first to play a Vulcan, a Romulan, and a Klingon? Was it Robert O'Reilly, J.G. Hertzler, Barry Bostwick, or Mark Leonard? Again, the names. This is a pretty hard one. So unless you really know Star Trek, you're probably not going to get this. But he was the first actor to play a Vulcan, a Romulan, and a Klingon. Is it Robert O'Reilly, J.G. Hertzler, Barry Bostwick, or Mark Leonard? What did you say?
I'm saying it's Barry Bostwick, everybody.
Saying it's Bostwick? Eat tribble shit?
Oh.
Barry Bostwick?
Fucking Charles Whedon.
So you got Mark Leonard. Wait, is that your final answer, Mark
Yes,
Leonard?
it
Okay.
absolutely is. It was my
I said Barry. I don't know.
You said Barry.
This
Okay.
this is a tough one.
Charles Whedon better know what's good for him. You stupid fucking asshole, Charles
So
Whedon.
2 Barrys and one Mark.
I'll go ahead and give myself a point.
All right, guys. The correct answer, of course, was Mark Leonard, who played the first 3. Mark Leonard was the
He
first
found
actor.
the same one. Sorry.
Let's put this over here. 0-0.
This whole thing's
Leonard-
leading up to you guys calling me a fag at the end, isn't it?
Mark Leonard was the first actor to play the Trek alien Trinity. His most famous role was as Spock's father, Sarek, but he also played a Romulan in one episode and a Klingon in the motion picture.
I do remember him playing a Romulan too. Motherfucker. It was before he was Spock's dad, right? Or no?
That might be the saddest memory I've ever heard.
I've got a
I
bunch of
do
them.
recall that he did play a Romulan once. Okay, this is. Well, I'll throw a softball to you, cats, right now, and cat being the actual question. Data had a cat. Data had a cat. What was his name-o? Was it Spot? Was it Cat? Was it Whiskers? Or was it Porthos? Data had a cat.
Stop
What
looking, you two.
was its name? Spot, Cat, Whiskers, or Porthos?
Stop looking, Luke, you jerk.
You guys, I will not handle cheating. Spot, and spot. Okay, so of course the correct answer. Richard Kish says Spot. Oh, it's nice that Richard's playing.
Yeah.
Really kind of cools it up in the chat.
I mean,
The
with all
name is
those Chooch
Spot.
Jippersons and such,
He loves
Spot
us.
is the correct answer. Data's cat Spot endured quite a bit aboard the Starship Enterprise, including somehow getting pregnant in space thanks to the dozen male cats that also lived about the Enterprise. Spot managed to actually outlive Data.
Wait, was that a true story you just told about the cat getting gangbanged?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
trivia.
did not know this.
The Enterprise D had a lot of sex going on, man. It was wild.
Okay, so now Jim's in the lead by 4. And Luke has 3, and Charles has 3. So they're both tied at 3, Jim at 4.
Don't worry, I promise I'll miss at least one more.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I shouldn't have wrote this on my subpoena. Hold on. Let's see if I can find another piece of paper for this.
I got
All right.
people betting on me, so I'm sorry.
Wow,
Don't
Puerto
bet on
Ricans
me.
are watching. Okay. Which character has appeared in more episodes than any other in all of Trek history? Is it Picard, Spock, Data, or Worf? Which character has appeared in more episodes than any other? Episodes. What characters appeared in more episodes than any
Well,
other
right-
in all Trek history? Was it Picard, Spock, Data, or Worf? I can't see that, bud. You got to put it closer.
It's
But
backwards.
he's not revealing. He doesn't
Wow.
want to give his.
Because Luke
his
wants to
thing.
look at it because he knows.
Richard Kish said Spot. That wasn't. Richard, you're on the wrong question. We're
All right,
screwed.
ready, Charles? Your mic is off.
No.
Is that why he's not been talking the whole episode? I just thought he's been
Yes.
really in tune.
Yeah, your mic's not
Oh.
working, buddy.
Oh, sugar.
But you're still getting the questions wrong.
Yeah,
No, we can't hear you. So you just got to turn the. Nope, just show.
the whole time.
Okay, he's saying, "God damn it! God damn it!" Show us your
You say
question.
Worf. You say Worf. And what is Worf? Worf all
Worfs.
around.
We all have wharfs.
Of course, the correct answer is Worf. Lieutenant Worf has appeared in more episodes of any Trek franchise than any other character, thanks to the fact that he was added to the cast of Deep Space Nine for several seasons after his run on The Next Generation.
But that was a little tough because technically, if you're going with characters, Spock was in some Discovery episodes, and then Spock is in Strange New Worlds as well.
Did
so
they say
in a year,
actor?
they said character. That's why I
Character,
was like,
okay.
But
Yeah, but-
eventually, with Strange New Worlds, Spock might pass Worf.
But I think that was just for the episodes. I don't think it was any counted movies.
Well, no, the
yeah,
show
yeah.
Strange New Worlds would up Spock's character count, but I don't think they're. I don't think these quizzes are even including Discovery. I haven't heard
No,
nothing.
probably not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
again,
because one of the new shows actually happens before the original show, Anthony, and it has Spock in it. So
okay.
Anthony.
Yeah, you said it like I'm the one losing. Okay, so Jim.
Mr. Zenhauser, we're too
Jim
close of age
leading
for me
by-
to call you Mr.
Well, it's not what you said; it's the way you said it, Luke. 5 for Jim, 4 for Charles and Luke, of course. Getting them right. Everyone's getting them right. So, but Jim is still ahead by 1. Okay, next question. The original series gave us Captain Kirk and crew boldly going where no one has gone before. Who was the captain in the pilot episode?
Oh, that's too easy.
Was it Captain Archer, Captain Pike, Captain Decker, or Captain Sulu? Again, the original series gave us Captain Kirk and crew boldly going where no one has gone before. Who was captain in the pilot episode? Captain Decker and Pike. Okay. Richard Kish says Spot. That's not right. Pike
good.
for Jim, Captain Pike for Luke, and Captain Pike for Wheaton. Phil Jacobs says Picard.
I just
No,
gave
that was for
them
the
the
last
answers.
question.
Good thing I'm not the one
Richard
who-
Kish does say Captain Christopher Pike as well.
Oh.
I'm going to say you're all right. It's Captain Pike. Christopher Pike was the captain of the Enterprise in the pilot's episode of Star Trek entitled, what was the name? Bonus question. What was the name
The
of
Cage?
the episode?
Was it The Cage or was it? Yeah, The Cage, right?
Was
No,
it,
no,
was it the
No.
Cage? Was
Oh,
it
it's Charles.
was it the Cave?
No.
Or was it the Rave?
Then it was The Cage.
Was it the man cave?
It was not. It was the. I'm not
Oh.
giving bonus questions for this.
Oh,
But
so
it was the Cage.
oh, I thought it was called the Menagerie.
No, that's
The
good.
Menagerie is the follow-up to The Cage, isn't it? Isn't that the
I'm not sure.
Discovery episode?
You'll have to.
Oh,
ask.
Charles Whedon's mic works.
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, I was
Just-
muted and I didn't realize it.
I was literally going to message you saying, "Yo, pop in and pop back out" or something.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Still, Luke. Jim leading by
Leading.
1. Everybody else is neck and neck. NBC rejected the pilot for Star Trek. What
I know the
famous comedian got them to take another look? Was it Lucille Ball, Bob Hope, Jerry Lewis, or Dean Martin? NBC rejected the pilot for Star Trek. What famous comedian got them to take another look?
Showing everybody.
Charles totally he just saw it and went, aha, yes. It was Lucille Ball.
Who is cheating? How are you cheating?
Because I
don't
showed
understand.
it. I showed the
but-
answer and Charles peeked.
But
He's not
how
even
does he know
trying
you-
anymore. He's just staring at the screen and waiting for me to show.
But how does he know you're right?
Because how he knows.
Okay, you say Lucille Ball. Luke says
Nothing.
Lucille Ball.
Oh, yes.
And Wheaton says Lucille Ball.
Yeah.
Richard Kish is killing it on this too. Lucille
Says
Ball.
spot again. Oh.
We should get
Lucille
him in
Ball
here.
was the head of Desilu Studios in the early 1960s and was looking for a new show to get behind. She financed the Star Trek pilot thinking it was a show about traveling USO performers. And then when the pilot bombed, she footed the bill for a second one, which worked out.
I didn't know the USO performers part.
That's fucking.
I don't know. That's weird.
Oh, it's a bunch of stars on a trek around the world. This is wonderful.
That's a bunch of comedians. Another show that comedians didn't deserve was the Star Trek show. Star Trek, I get it. Star, you're a star, and it's
They're trekking around.
It makes sense to me. I see where she thought USO from that.
And she probably thought Bob Hope was in it, too. Jeez. She was all confused.
yeah. She thought
That
that everybody
ditzy
accepted
dame.
her brown husband. But they
I'm
didn't.
actually holding back fun facts right now that are spawning from this because I don't know if they're going to be questions in a minute.
All right. Well, maybe they will be. Okay. Of course. Let's go to the next question again. Let's see. What was that? All right. So that's again. Jim is in the lead by 1. What piece of sci-fi technology was actually really helpful to the budget of the original series? What piece of sci-fi technology was actually really helpful to the budget of the original series? Was it transporters, tractor beams, tricorders, or phasers?
What were the,
Great
what were the
time
answers
for
again?
a fucking.
Tricorder.
Was it transporters, tricorders, tractor beams, or phasers?
All right, are we ready to show our answers?
Yep, we're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so Jim says transporter, Luke says phasers, and let's say Charles transporters.
No, tricorders.
Oh, tricorders.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just put this down. The correct answer, of course, is transporters. Transporters aren't just a very cool idea. They were a practical tool for the production staff. The budget would have been strained if they had to keep using effects shots of shuttles landing on alien planets. But the transporter made moving around much easier. Made it easier for those Jew writers, am I right?
He's right. What did those guys say?
They said
what was their bad answers?
Wrong.
Luke was wrong. Luke said phasers, and
Idiot.
Charles said tricorders.
Stupid.
See, I thought phasers because whenever they would show phasers in the old show, it would just be a freeze frame, and then they'd be like, and they would just draw a line and go. So it seems like that would be an easy effect to put together.
I specifically one of my stipulations on hosting this was no sound effects.
Was it really?
No.
Oh,
He's going pew 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 pew.
oh, him. He does it all the time.
I need him to fucking do the sound effects.
He does. He goes pew pew. Sometimes he tells us about the episode, and he goes, "So last night on Star Trek, the ship was all like, meow," and then they came in and they were like, pew pew pew, and then Worf came in and was like, shoo kapla.
Yeah, a man with
done
wife
this
and
before.
children. How's your adult life going?
Yeah. Look, again, this is a game where there are really no winners.
This is getting too deep.
Yeah.
This is getting too real now.
Did you stop to feed your pet tarantula between sound effects? All right.
I come here to get away from that, please.
Chooch Chipperson says pew pew pew. Okay, this Trek-inspired weapon was used in some Colorado robberies.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
Do you know what this is? It's a the answers are tricobalt grenade, a phaser, a dakhta, or a batleth. And I can actually, hold on, let me screen share this for you so you can actually see it. Because I think this deserves.
The words will certainly help me on this one.
Give me 1 second. Let me do that.
I mean, I did lock an answer, but this might change it. Oh, that's the picture of the item.
You gotta
put it
on.
Yeah, Luke, I do it for you there.
It's a Trek-inspired weapon that was used in some Colorado robberies. Do you know the name of it? And the it's
Good thing I didn't see that. Oh no, that's transporters.
Hold on, let me stop sharing it. All right, you guys can't see it anymore, right?
No.
Okay, was it
I know
the
what you
tricobalt grenade, the phaser, the dakhtak, or the batleth?
I'm gonna get this wrong.
Charles should know.
Yeah.
Well, I gave it away anyway, so
Yeah, I'm good.
everybody saw
Oh,
it.
mine was written down long before.
All right, you're
I
right.
was
Everyone's
there.
right.
I
It was
was
the
there.
batleth.
Right next to that. I forgot about
The Klingon
Yeah, once you see
batleth
that-
was appeared in around 30 episodes of Trek series and movies. Real-life replicas have been classified as weapons and have in fact been used to commit several crimes in the past. I mean, it's a practical weapon. Just a big
See,
old
look at
knife
that.
with other knives on it.
How about that, Star Wars people? Any real weapons from your show? Like actually have people committing crimes in the real world?
Yeah, I don't see no one
Yeah.
running around with those plastic lightsabers.
Yeah.
Fucking
Bad
Mhm.
things.
That's true. All they have are lightsabers and guns. I mean, they do have guns in Star Wars, so I guess you can kind of say people were
But
using
they're all-
guns.
They're all. Oh, I can't do it now. They're all the
Lasers?
pew.
Maybe you could
Pew.
say lasers, particle beams, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blaster
They're all-
rifles and that kind of
they're
thing.
all-
I don't
they're all
think
that.
Mr. Anthony Zenhauser, I don't know Luke knows how crazy he looks when he points at the screen. Like he starts touching stuff on his phone and he smiles when he does it.
Oh, I gotta cut that now.
It's pretty creepy.
That is pretty weird.
How's that for creepy?
Oh, Oh yeah, I got that one right? Okay.
And so did Richard Kish. Look at him. But he didn't
Everybody
put the
got it right.
apostrophe there. He didn't
Well,
put
because
the
I gave the
apostrophe.
answer away. Which major Star Trek species was the first to develop warp capabilities? Was it the Klingons, the Vulcans, the Borg, or the Andorians? Again, which major Star Trek species was the first to develop warp capabilities? The Klingons, the Vulcans, the Borg, or the Andorians?
Borg, de Borg, you like the Swedish chef.
If you guys don't know this, you're fucking retarded. Because even I knew this one.
You're more retarded than if you do know it.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
Charles, if you don't get this wrong, you better not get this wrong, Charles. God,
Okay, good.
All right. Let's see. The answer, of course, is the Andorians. I'm joking. It's the Vulcans.
It could have been.
Vulcans were the first major warp-capable species in the Trek universe, having mastered the technology in what, by human time, would have been the 9th century BC. Humans didn't develop it until the 21st century AD, like we have now. Does anybody remember Warp Tour?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Good times.
Got my first case of crabs.
That's where you met Mrs. Grindle.
You have your first case.
She
of
gave me the
You have
crabs.
crabs.
Crab
At
Nation.
the Warp Tour. Which kind of, yeah.
So,
Something
how's
happened.
everybody feeling about the quiz so far? Everybody feeling like it's worthy? It's giving you guys a little run for your money?
Well, 10 points, I'm certainly
little bit.
happy. Versus these
see.
8
Some of them are
point
tough.
chunks.
1,
Some
2,
of them are
3, 4,
easy.
5, 6, 7, 8. Charles has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Jim has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Jim's still leading by 2 with Luke and Charles neck and neck in second place.
It's about to be leading by 3. Because
Warp
they're not
2.
getting this next one right.
Engage. Well, this is very...
What
this-
next
every-
one? Oh, so
I'm
you
not
have
even
the
doing the
quiz right
next one.
there.
No, I'm
I'm
just
not doing the
saying.
next one. I'll do this, then I'll just... Hold on. Let me just get
Why
through
did you know
this.
the answer? So you're like, that's way too
It's
easy.
too easy. It's not even worth. Everyone knows Captain Kirk's middle name.
Tiberius.
Silly.
Should have came up with something silly. and
Although
actually
one
said it.
episode it was different. It wasn't that, but then they
It was
retconned
Timothy.
That.
Okay. Again, you guys will probably know this one. Captain Picard has an artificial heart because a member of what species stabbed him? A Klingon, a Cardassian, a Nausicaan, or a Romulan? Did I say that right? Nausicaan?
It's pronounced Nausicaan.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I'm such a nerd.
I wanted to see who was going to fish for that one. Klingon, Nausicaan, Cardassian, a Romulan, or a Puerto Rican?
Oh, a pork pipe.
Which one stabbed
Pork
him?
pie.
I'm going to say it's the Puerto Rican. Captain Picard has an
Involved
artificial heart.
stabbing. Could have been
Yeah.
me. Could have been a
Could have been you.
Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, fuck that up. All right.
Okay, let's see. This looks like the pages of a serial killer.
Dick.
Okay, you're saying Nausicaan, and then what does little Charles say?
Romulan.
If Charles says he doesn't get a point, is what Charles says.
Let's see. Okay, the answer was a Nausicaan.
Yeah. I never watched The Next Generation.
Yeah,
But
you
you
knew
know
how to
what a
pronounce it.
Nausicaan is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
According to
they're
the next-
in
According to the Next Generation episode Tapestry, in the year 2327, Jean-Luc Picard got into a bar fight with a Nausicaan who ended up stabbing him in the chest, resulting in an artificial heart. What a fucking badass. A bar fight.
In that episode, he has to go in to get it worked on because even in the future, they can't get you a really good fake heart. So Q comes along and says, and Picard keeps thinking about, oh, I really wish I didn't have this thing because it's a, it makes me feel weak. If people know about it, they're gonna know that I've got some machinery in me that sucks. And Q says, well, what if you didn't have it? And he makes that happen. It's the whole.
No, that's not how it goes. He comes in and goes, "Hey, Jean-Luc, it's me, Picard. Don't worry. It's all right that you got a robot heart. It don't make you less of a man. It makes you more than a man, because it's a robot heart."
You guys should send a link to Kish. Kish is gonna whip your ass if you put him on this show.
Get him in here. I mean,
Get him in
you gotta
here.
send him a link.
Well, here's his link. Anyway, so here we go. Well, I guess I already grabbed the link. Why
he
don't I have a
does
link
do
up there?
that.
Weird.
Picard does do that. He says, "Sure, yeah, I'd like that. I wish I didn't have this." But when he goes back to the future, he's no longer a captain. He's just a chief, and he's a fuck up. Like, no one trusts him with shit. He's just all messed up, and he realizes that because he was such a bold man and went after the Nausicaan because he pissed him off, he became who he was. He was bold and brave and not weak and dumb.
See, kids, getting stabbed in the heart in a bar fight makes you brave.
That's right.
So does cutting off your genitals and putting on a wig.
That's true. As we've all learned.
Cutting off your genitals makes you brave. Let's be honest. That's the one thing where it's very, very right. When they say, I mean, if you're just putting on a funny-looking dress and a wig, you're not as brave as if you're just lopping it off. That takes.
Well, that's as brave as saying you're going to off yourself and you actually do. I guess.
Did anyone see me slap my big fat titty up when I went like that? Did anyone see me get caught on my big? I hope nobody saw that. Because I got caught on my own fucking big fat tit.
We don't pay attention to you. That's not why I'm here.
Man titties at a Trek trivia?
Never.
Oh, anyone's going to be able to come in here. Uh-oh. Who wants to play? Kish.
Yeah, bring Kish in.
Oh, Kish, there's a link in the...
look who showed up. Look who showed up into the chat.
Oh, look who showed up indeed.
It's my producer.
Bitch.
Hey, can you send the thing over? Get the... No, I don't have it.
Yeah, I'll send if she wants to send it over.
I bet you it's in an old message somewhere, and I just.
Yeah, I would like to get her question so I can't be accused of cheating. Don't look at me.
All right, so let's press on.
Yes.
Okay? We all have again. Jim is up by 2. Let's see. I think Charles is now in.
I'm up by 3. Oh,
1,
2 from
against
Luke.
Charles.
3 from Charles. Yep, I see
4,
there.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 11 right. Charles has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right. Luke has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He may only be 2 behind, but he still masturbates with 2 fingers.
Luke is 2 behind still.
I'm gonna get you.
Hikaru Bukaki Sulu is eventually promoted to captain. What ship does he command? The Excelsior? The Yamamoto? The Defiant? Or the Trident? Hikari Sulu is
I think we're all
eventually
gonna know
promoted
this
to
one.
captain. What ship does he command?
Charles is still looking down.
Excelsior, the Yamamoto,
Really
the
is serial
Trident,
killer
or the
writing. You
Defiant.
got me in my head now.
It really should be the Yamamoto.
Yeah,
Zen's-
I misspelled
Becky says it's in Telegram, so
I
I don't have Telegram, but
Luke he's probably got it and he's just a jerk.
I fucking
that's all right. As long as Becky's all right. I didn't
Oh.
hear from her, so I was hoping that she'd be okay.
Apparently, she overdosed on edibles. Is this what
okay.
happened?
Well, that's
Pineapple
fair.
edibles?
Yeah, you can't fault anybody for that.
all right.
Oh, we already put our answers up, Charles. You go right ahead.
You did?
Yeah, we already got it right. What's
You were
yours?
looking down, yeah.
All right. Here. Say, Yeah,
Did he
look at my
fail?
horrible spelling.
What did he fail? Did he fail?
Yeah,
Did he fail?
no, he got it
No,
right.
he got it.
It's
Yeah.
the Excelsior. Sometimes between the events of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, and Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, Sulu becomes the captain of the USS Excelsior. The ship was supposed to have a trans-warp drive that could reach speeds of warp 14.
I didn't know that.
It always was weird to me that Sulu was the driver. And then,
Well-
was that weird to anybody else?
Yeah. Why do we have scuff marks on the outside of the nacelles all the time? Jesus.
Yeah, Sulu, can you use your left blinker once in a while? Captain Jonathan Archer headed out into space with a dog. What was its name? Captain Jonathan Archer headed out into space with a dog. What was its name? Porthos, Bailey, Polo, or Red?
What's the names again?
Captain Archer headed out into space with a dog. Was it Porthos, Bailey, Polo, or Red?
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else's pet. That's why I got confused.
Sure.
All right, I'm good to go.
Yep. Good.
Okay. I like the little
Yeah.
sound effects of like you guys are in the Star Trek Enterprise.
Oh, we are into Star Trek Enterprise.
I do like the little bleep sounds. It's kind of soothing. Captain Archer's dog was named Porthos after one of the Three Musketeers. He was a beagle who apparently had a real penchant for cheese, even though it wasn't necessarily good for him. Story of my life.
Do you guys get it right too?
They did.
Yes, we did.
Look at that. Whedon with
Still-
10.
still on
Finally.
your tail.
Okay. Here's a hard one, I think. And this is for somebody, this is not for your average Star Trek layperson. Who played Captain Janeway for 2 days before quitting? Was it Genevieve Bujold, Terry Garr, Suzanne Summers, or Jessica Lange? Who played Captain Janeway for 2 days before quitting? Genevieve Bujold, Suzanne Summers, Terry Garr, or Jessica Lange?
You try to do it when I'm not. I already wrote mine down.
All
So
right.
Okay.
I think it was her. Okay.
Charles in charge. Okay, Charles says Jessica Lange. You say
Oh.
Genevieve Bujold and Genevieve Bujold. Is
Okay,
that your
I-
final answers, everybody?
Yeah, I was clearly wrong, but it's too late now. Yeah.
I haven't said the answer. Do you want to change it to something else?
No, I'm gonna stick with it. I'll just, if it turns out to be right, great. If it turned out to be wrong, I'll just take the.
Well, it's wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah. I'm wrong.
The name
that
of
would have been interesting. Lang?
it was not right.
Yeah.
Genevieve Bujold, of course, was in the cast in 1994 as Captain Nicole Janeway. The character named was changed to Catherine after Bujold quit within 2 days of citing the demanding production schedule as the reason. All that time
Now,
in
is-
space and having to hang out in space is very
She-
demanding.
She could have gone on to get that job 30 years later on Orange is the New Black and watching all those young lesbians scissor.
That's
She
true.
really fucking failed herself there.
Nobody
Now-
really knew this one.
Is Jessica?
But Rich
and-
knew. Rich is killing this, man. Rich, I'm telling you, next time you have one, you got to invite Rich on.
We have to have Rich on the show now. He's obviously a big enough Star Trek
He's a
fan
huge
to come on here
Trekkie,
at
this
some
guy.
point. Oh man, didn't even realize. Now, is Artie Lang related to Jessica Lang? Is that why he can actually
No.
stay in the show business the way he does?
Yeah, he's also related to Clubber Lang, the famous boxer who fought Rocky and.
How about that
Rocky
Clubber
III.
Lang, guys? How about that Clubber Lang? You just hit the word of the day. Ah! It's a thing here.
All right.
See the last episode of Halo?
Fuck off. What's next?
Go ahead, talk about it.
No,
Let's
don't
talk about that.
you dare.
What happened?
even
I missed the
entertain.
last episode. What happened?
I don't know. Two dudes rubbed each other's. I don't know. I don't know.
Asking
Who
Charles.
would watch that?
Lots of shooting.
Charles, what
this show
happened in the
still on
last
the air?
episode?
It's been months since I watched it. I don't even remember.
Good story.
Disgusting.
All right, let's do this. There's only 70 more questions.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
That gives
Be
these
here
guys a
till
chance to catch up
next
to me,
week.
the king.
Let's see.
Nope on this. Okay. Hi. Bye, Chooch. Bye, Chooch.
Okay.
Oh,
Who
on that
played
question.
Captain Pike's? Who played Captain Pike's first officer in the cage? Was it Jonathan Frakes, Leonard Nimoy, Nichelle Nichols, or Majel Barrett? Who played Captain Pike's first officer in the cage? Was it Jonathan Frakes, Leonard Nimoy, Nichelle Nichols, or Majel Barrett?
And fun fact, number one's name was Una, fictional. Not told until later in Strange New Worlds, 50 years later.
Strange.
Actually, no. Una came in some comic book, I believe. And they just adhered to it in lore.
Okay, Majel Barrett says Luke.
Charles is there.
Jim says Majel Barrett. Charles is still deciding.
Well, I couldn't remember her name. I couldn't remember. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. Me.
She had intercourse with Gene Roddenberry. How about that?
Yes, I know who she is. I just couldn't remember her name.
Was it Majel Barrett, Nichelle Nichols, Jonathan Frakes, or Leonard
Or
Nimoy?
Majel Barrett.
Majel
wrote Leonard Nimoy.
Barrett by
I did not write Leonard Nimoy because I know it wasn't him.
Are you sure? He could have been wearing a wig.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I caught you there. You don't even know what Leonard Nimoy in a wig looks like.
I
You
may
never
not
seen
have
that?
watched the original series, but I did watch the pilot.
All right.
Wait,
The
he
correct
did that
answer,
song,
of course, is Majel Barrett. Majel Barrett played number one in The Cage, essentially filling the same role Spock would later fill for Kirk. Barrett would go on to play many characters over the years on Trek, including the voice of the computer and the mother of Deanna Troi.
Luxwana Troy.
Not to mention marrying series creator Gene Roddenberry. Well, she married him. He made an honest woman out of her.
You had
And I
to
think
back then.
her character and her performance was one of the reasons why that they didn't want to do the show. I think they were like, we don't like having the second in command be a woman. What do you think this is? Even in the
Right.
future, they're not going to be in charge.
Right, I agree.
And she's not going to be happy with all Kirk's dick slinging.
But you know, they
Where's
also
she going to put the baby?
She'll be nagging Kirk all day.
but they did have a black woman, first black woman on the show, right? Wasn't that like, weren't they the
Yes.
pioneers for that?
Well, yeah, because it was spearheaded by Lucy and Desi Lou, which is interracial. And it's one of the things about society, which I really hate. We act as though we're suddenly woke and awake, and it's just always been this oppressed thing. Since the dawn of fucking television history, you've had fucking interracial couples being championed and the public accepting it and loving it, yet they continue as each decade passes to spin this fucking bullshit to children, and then somehow the
need
children go and fucking convince all the adults that it's true. It's really fucking, people are stupid. Anyway,
Yeah. We're all thankful for that, Jim. Thank you.
you're welcome.
It was the rant of the Podrants.
So let's see. Tallying up the scores. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Luke has 13. Charles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Jim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, again, Jim is in the lead by 2. Luke trailing by 2 with 13. And Charles had a humiliating 11.
At least Charles didn't talk all that shit before the show.
So didn't we were talking about? You mentioned Spock.
How mediocre you were?
Leonard,
Yeah.
Leonard
Spock.
Nimoy.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that song? Bilbo Baggins, only defeat all.
Who would forget that song?
Hilarious. I know
that
you wouldn't forget that song.
Somebody that has had a lobotomy would finally forget that song.
I mean, when you don't
Shock
forget that
therapy.
song you lost your virginity to, that's it's a special time. Bilbo. No, you got. I can't.
I
gotta
swear
take
to
a
God, I lost my virginity. It was either bump and grind or knocking boots. Can you fucking believe how it was on the radio too? Like it just came on. It was that era.
It was
A
like
Puerto Rican girl who's a transsexual now. She went on to become a man. Anyway, years and years later.
Well, that's.
So you
the
have
effect
had sex
you
with a
have on-
man.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I have
But she
technically
always
had
was
sex
one.
with a transsexual. You're right. Technically, I have had sex with a transsexual.
Wow.
He was like,
Just-
you know what you need? A dick.
Oh my God! One of the vivid memories I have is of like the way the back of her legs felt a little bit stubbly. She's a Puerto Rican girl. Did I say that part yet? Now I'm thinking, oh my. Anyway, oh my.
Let's see.
Razors weren't as good back then either.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
You
She
guys
needed the
seem
5
like
blades.
you guys seem like some real experts here. So I'm gonna throw you a curveball on this one.
Alrighty.
This is gonna be a good one.
I should have studied up. This guy's been reading shit for a week.
Name the red shirt from the original series who actually appears in more episodes than Chekhov or
12
Sulu.
episodes.
Name the red shirt. This is fucking red shirt
Oh.
actually appears in more episodes than Chekhov or Sulu. Is it Nurse Chapel, Lieutenant
It is that one.
Leslie,
I made a
or
mistake.
Lieutenant?
Those choices broke up. We didn't catch them. Did they break up for everyone or just me?
They broke up for me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I broke up on the thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's okay because my thing froze. My shit's totally frozen. Hold on a second. My computer's catching up, I guess. I don't know the answers. Hold on. What is going on with my stupid computer? Yeah, it broke.
Oh, I'm looking through some of Becky's questions here, and I got to tell you, I don't know the answer to some of these.
Oh.
And they had graphics and everything. You're a terrible producer, Luke.
Well, we have to do it again then. That's all we'll do this season.
Well,
It's all
you
trivia.
get one shot at me, so sorry guys, you're gonna have to find another guest host. Maybe Rich Kish will do it.
There you go. We'll have
You're
to, we'll
another
have to get
celebrity.
one of the other men to come over here and do some talking.
Oh, my computer's totally fucked, so that's probably gonna be the last question. I don't know what's happening here. Oh wait, did it fix? Oh, it's fixed. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you're back.
Hold on a minute. We're back. We're back in fucking business, baby.
Come on, sing it, Charles. Guess who's back? Charles is back. Back again.
Oh man, it made me go all the way to the beginning. You fuck.
In the meantime, Taz, the resident
What a-
artist, says Zen.
Yeah.
And Chip
Buffer.
is-
She hit her head
Buffer.
recently, so she just shouts out people's names now. But she's getting better.
Hope you're feeling better, Zen.
That's good.
Oh, you too, buddy. Let me just.
Head injuries
this
can
real
be
quick.
pretty serious, and
Test.
I really am glad to hear she's doing better.
She's doing all right.
Yeah, she says so right there. Taz, Richard, do either of you people know Star Trek trivia and want a chance at the champions? I mean, look at these two guys. They're just sitting there so sorry and dour because they're just being fucking trampled upon.
All I'm gonna say is
Trampled.
Kish didn't get one wrong.
Yeah.
I've been watching Kish in the chat, and he hasn't gotten one wrong yet.
These punks, they got no challenge for me.
He's watching it with
like
one
Kish.
hand, too.
Bastard. You probably took every trivia you
Summers.
could over the. He's like, I saw every question anyway.
All right, we're back. We're back, guys. We're back. All right. So the question
smart.
was, of course, name the red shirt of the original series.
Oh.
Who actually appears in more episodes than Chekhov or Sulu, Nurse Chapel, Ensign Crusher, Lieutenant Leslie, or Lieutenant Barclay? I can't see your limp thing. Lieutenant Leslie on him, Lieutenant Leslie on Luke. Jim says Lieutenant Leslie.
Oh, come on, you stupid pin. Work.
This is right, Lieutenant Leslie.
What did you say, Luke? Lieutenant Leslie?
Yeah, I did. Leslie Nielsen.
All right.
And you say Leslie as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Charles, you got to write bigger. Of course, the answer is Lieutenant Leslie.
Yeah.
12 points for Charles.
Yeah.
Hip, hip, hooray.
Actor Eddie Paskey played Lieutenant Leslie. He managed to appear in 57 episodes of the original series and was named Connor in one and just called crewman in another. He was a security officer, a helmsman, and an engineer. He even died in an episode but was back in the next episode with no explanation.
Oh, the 60s.
Here's one. Which famous team of Marvel superheroes met the crew of the Enterprise in a comic book?
Locked in.
Was it the
locked
Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, or the X-Men? Which famous team of Marvel superheroes met the crew of the Enterprise in a comic book? Was it the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Defenders, or the X-Men?
All right, just a point for Jim. You guys are dumb.
Fantastic Four, says Luke. Charles says Fantastic Four. And Jim says X-Men. All right. The answer, of course, was the Fantastic Four. I'm joking. It was the X-Men. Back in 1996,
I don't find that funny at all.
the X-Men and the crew of the USS Enterprise met in an appropriately named Star Trek X-Men crossover. The X-Men travel through a dimensional rift in pursuit of a famous villain, Proteus, and fight him with the help of the Enterprise. There was also a sequel in which the X-Men meet the crew of Picard's Enterprise.
Didn't know that.
I'm going to do another couple of questions, then I'm going to call it a night. So,
You're going to call me the winner. Kish got one wrong, so look at that, Mr. Men Are Talking. Your guy, he let you down.
well, you don't have to bring up old shit.
Oh, like Kish? Just
Yeah.
forget about old things. Never
I didn't-
remember them.
Captain Picard played a flute in an episode of The Next Generation that went up for auction in 2006. How much money did it go for? 300, 3,000, 17,000, or $48,000. Captain Picard played a flute In an episode of The Next Generation that went up for auction in 2006, how much money did it go for? I got the answer right, by the way, and I'll tell you how I did it. 300, 3,000, 17,000, or $48,000.
Charles doesn't have it yet. Or does he? Yeah, he goes.
Let's see. What did you guys say? 17,000 for Luke. Jim says 48,000. And Charles says 17,000. The correct answer, and this is how I got the correct answer. I would imagine it would be the biggest amount that people would spend money. They would waste their money because they're fucking morons. Nerdy dum-dums that would spend $48,000 on a fucking flute. Yeah, that's the answer. 48 grand. Picard Resican flute went up for auction with some other prop at Christie's and was expected to fetch up to $300. The flute, which was a prop and not even playable, ended up selling for $48,000.
Could you do a bonus question for?
Oh, look at these
4
dummies
points?
in the chat. Look at this dummies. They don't even get it
Can I
right.
do a bonus question?
What episode was that from? Maybe we could have that as a bonus question.
I mean, who the
Just
fuck
desperate
knows?
for points. You're just
5
desperate.
points, perhaps.
Okay, I'll look it up. You guys in agreement with that?
Hell no. I gotta say, season 1, episode 19.
No, the name of the episode.
Oh, go fuck off. You go fuck you. Hold on, let me look at the points.
I mean, he played it in a
5
couple of
points.
episodes, but there's one episode where he actually got it at first. But later on, he was jamming with some chick who played the piano, and he was grooving with that chick. They all went down into what are the Jeffries tubes, and they were playing and shit. It was all reverberating, and then they're kissing and stuff. Oh, it was amazing, for nerds.
What does it sound like when they were kissing? Were they all like? Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Charles is getting antsy. Do you want me? I'll give Charles a chance to win it back.
He's like, get with the question, Zenhauser. God damn it.
It's 11:19. Do you know where your father child is? Okay. The Federation universe. What does exist there? The Romulan Empire, the Syndicate, the Alpha Quadrant Alliance, or the Terran Empire? The Federation doesn't exist in the Mirror Universe. What does exist there? The Romulan Empire, the Alpha Quadrant Alliance, the Syndicate, or the Terran Empire? What's that? I don't know that answer. Oh. That's your answer, Jim.
I can't write for shit. Oh my god.
This will be the last question.
All right, are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody wins
The
on
fuck
that
did
one.
you write Inner Light for? Is he giving himself inspirational
The
messages?
Terran Empire. That was the name of the episode with the flute.
That's what I wanted.
The Terran Alliance is the mirror universe equivalent of the United Federation of Planets. They represent the opposition to Federation ideals and are rather xenophobic and warlike. They also seem to love goatees. I'm
You
sorry.
make this
People
last question
Kirk.
worth 5 points.
Well, let's see. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Luke has 15, right? 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Charles has 13, right? And Jim, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He has 19. So if you're going to make it worth,
Even the question.
I mean, it has to be
Well,
a 10-point question, right?
Right. That way so Charles can win as well. Yeah, so 10 points.
10 points on the last question? All right. All right, I'll give you a hard one. Here's a hard one. Here's a weird one. Which Trek actor passed out after their ill-fitting costume cut off blood supply through their carotid artery? Which Trek actor passed out after their ill-fitting costume cut off blood supply through their carotid artery?
Carotid artery.
Thank you. Yeah. Fucking loser. That's your answer?
Medical information.
Well, are you guys done writing? Are you guys done writing your answer?
I thought there were choices. Okay,
Yeah,
I was waiting for like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brett Spiner, Jeffrey Combs, Jolene Blalock, or Jerry Ryan.
It's Blaylock.
Which Trek actor passed out after their ill-fitting costume cut off blood supply on their carotid artery? Brent Spiner, Jeffrey Puffy Combs, Jolene Blalock.
We call him Jeff Diddy.
Or Jerry
Jolene
Ryan.
Blackcock. She played DePaul on Enterprise.
Or Jerry Lawler.
I'm probably
Jerry the King Ryan. AKA 7 of 9.
That's too late. I already put the name down, and now I've seen what the answer is, so it's too late.
You don't even know. You just. Oh, I thought you were gonna write Jolene Blacklock because you just love her.
What did you say, Jeffrey Combs?
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs.
Did you ever see those titties, Mr. Zenhauser? Oh my.
No, Jeffrey
Where
Combs.
are the? Yes,
I put Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah. If
Well,
we
of course
gotta
the
end
answer-
this. There's only
his
one way to
titties.
end this tonight, with just a nice picture of DePaul's titties, and we could just stare at them for a few minutes and then leave. I mean,
Well, the
can't
answer, of course, is
imagine
Jerry
it.
Ryan. Jerry Ryan is the answer. Passed
right.
out not once but twice because her costume was fitted incorrectly. She was passed out the second time and had to have a nurse give her oxygen. Oddly enough, it also made Jean-Luc Picard's fingers smell weird.
It's Paul. Yeah, there she is.
Oh, I know
There
her.
you go.
We're just gonna sit quietly and look at them for a little while.
It's fine. Well, there she is to Paul. I don't know why she's dressed like that though. It's kind of. That doesn't look
Yeah.
like that. Looks like a regular movie, but that's.
I know why she's dressed like that. Because she keeps getting movies.
Well,
Yes.
this one, yeah, exactly. That's her ass.
Good for her. She looks great. Well, guys, this was really
Sure
inspiring and educational.
Oh, don't you want to do your plugs?
This has been a fucking fantastic time. I'm sure that everybody in the chat had a great time. I can't wait for the
They did.
fourth.
I wish
to
you
come
would
out.
talk less so I can just look at this lady, but that's fine. You
Oh,
want to do it this
oh,
way?
I'll
That's
talk
fine.
a lot less.
That's fine.
Well,
All right.
well, Jim is the winner. Jim won. Jim,
Yeah,
with all his boasting and baiting and blathering, Jim, of course, he took the show hands down with a whopping 7-run lead. I mean, it was unbelievable. You know, when you think you don't have a life, there's always somebody who doesn't have a bigger one. You know, there's always somebody
Exactly.
worse than you.
I knew
And
I was
talking
getting called
about
gay at the end of this.
Jim. You know, you win, but again, like you said in the beginning of the show, does anybody really win?
No.
I'm
Well-
going to say yes, because that means you watch Star Trek. And if you watch Star Trek, your life is that much better. All right?
Right.
Because what are you going to do? Watch Star Wars? It's for nerds.
It really makes you think, man.
For dorks.
Yeah, that's right. He likes the other stuff.
Do
Too.
you know that they had this girl T'Pol on? They were shooting jelly on her. This is on a Star Trek show, and she's sitting there with her big titties, and this other guy. There's a guy in there with her. They're like being decontaminated, and it's just
Yeah,
jelly shooting all
decontamination
over them,
scenes.
oily jelly,
He's, like,
and the
rubbing it
music
all
is
over.
saxophone is like, and they're fucking rubbing the jelly on each other and and it's like 15 minutes long.
I think that Star Trek is important for people who love sci-fi but also have autism. Like that's the one that they want to watch because it's more like baseball statistics than anything else. You know, it's like you talk to people who love sports and then you talk to people who can tell you the batting average of every Red Sox from 1967. And that's like the Star Trek people.
That's exactly it, actually.
They want
You're correct.
They want numbers and logic and real space shit, even though it's not real. It's real in that universe, and it makes sense.
It's coming. Shit that's from Star Trek became real. Look, like you said with the transporter, that was just so they didn't have to have spaceships coming in to cut the budget down, and that shit.
Well, that's
that
still
went
fake.
on to become it's fake, but people are trying to make it.
They're actually They're starting to transfer information like that. They
say the
like,
3D printer kind of also spun from the idea of the teleporter.
And they had pads and the iPads and the phones are almost exactly like the pads.
Well, they
that
did have
used
the
to
flip
Star Trek.
phones for sure. Remember the flip phones?
Yeah,
in the original, yeah.
And their way of listen, we're not here yet. We're going to communicate like this soon. It's the most practical. Eventually, it'll make sense to have some sort of insignia here that you could just go boop and talk to whoever the fuck you're talking to.
Right.
Boop.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's
going to be jacked into your brain, though. Then it's going to be messy.
This has been a crazy, unbelievable adventure through the stars.
Yeah.
You were wonderful.
God damn it, we forgot to beg for super chats the whole time.
I feel like we're all warriors, fighting on the same team.
Yellow bus.
What a great fight.
If you were here, you owe us. No.
Well,
I'm happy to have saved the day for everybody and came up with the trivia questions and all that because that's what a professional does.
Unlike that cunt Becky.
No.
She's a terrible person.
No, you don't know the facts.
I know that.
That's what everyone says.
She
That's
has
what
teeth
people
inside
tell
of her.
Don't say anything that you.
She
might
has
regret later
necrotic
on.
tissue inside of her body, and look, we do a thing here. We're gonna live long and scissor as we leave, So there you go, live long and scissor.
Can you do that? Can you do the Vulcan thing? Have you ever tried that? The live long and prosper thingy?
I shouldn't have this on my screen anymore.
And I'm not going to. I'm not going to start now. You're not going to get me to do it. I don't do. No.
Okay.
Oh, scissor, yeah. Oh, live long and scissor. Thank you.
Yeah, live long.
Anthony was
Do your
amazing.
job, Luke.
Watchmen are talking.
Yeah, watch me.
Shuli Network.
On the Shuli Network.
Truly an honor, guys, to be here for you guys. And I'm a big fan. And I wouldn't do it for anybody else. So enjoy your night.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Thank you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you very
And it was lovely. And it was just.
And get rid of the guy on the bottom. It's hurting your whole thing.
He's our Richard Kish. Leave him alone.
Oh, fair enough. Well, now I understand.
They're both
Even though
sweet
he's younger
boys.
than
Leave them alone. Good night, everyone.